Wow, hey everybody, Bobby Umar here, and welcome to my weekly chat with Seopa. We were taking a break in the summer, but now we're back and we're doing weekly chats every 11:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. My name is Bobby Umar. I'm a four-time TEDx speaker, one of Inc. magazine's top 100 leadership speakers, and I'm here to share thoughts on what to do when someone questions your value. And mostly I'm here because I want to hear from you, whether you're an entrepreneur or a corporate career person or someone following their passion in nonprofit, charity, whatever it might be. I'd love to share my thoughts, my insights. I'd love to hear from you. You can comment below. Let me know what you're thinking about the stuff. But let's start a conversation. Share us on Twitter. Share us on Facebook. Let's bring people in to talk about this. So, what to do and thanks. And if you like what you're hearing, thanks. Love the hearts. It's great. I'm from Toronto, Canada, home of the Raptors, home of the Blue Jays. Let me know down below where you're from. I'd love to hear from you. Today's what to do when someone questions your value. So I recently had a conversation where I thought it was going to be a great conversation, and pretty soon the person on the other end was questioning my value in terms of what I brought to the table, and maybe I wasn't as good as I thought it was, and maybe there's something wrong with the value proposition I was providing, and it was a bit surprising because it was someone I respect, someone I admire, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm just not as good as I thought I could be or would be, and this happens. I mean. Ultimately, the value exchange is going to be different no matter who you talk to. It doesn't matter whether you're talking to a corporate person or an entrepreneur person or a nonprofit person, someone on your team, someone who's a leader. It happens. It happens. You talk to sponsors and partners, and they always question your value. But the first thing I'm going to say to you is that your value is going to start from you. So you need to know your value, and the more you know your value, the more everyone will know your value. But also, the more you'll feel strong about it. It's funny. I actually posted a daily video on Instagram and LinkedIn just today, this morning, where I talked about value and how to find value. You find value through your hustle, through your connection, through your ideas, through your constant learning. And it was funny because then all of a sudden later, I was doubting my value. So it's important to know your value in terms of what it is and where it comes from. Number two, remember that your value, no matter how good it is or how much you think it is, other people will not value it. So there's a great saying, one man's junk is another person's treasure. So someone else may treasure your words, someone else may treasure your content, someone else may treasure, your work, and someone else might think it's junk or it sucks. So that's always something that comes into play in terms of, dealing with value and expressing your value and someone not appreciating your value. I hope that makes sense to a lot of you guys. Now, what are your challenges? I mean, I'd love to hear, I want to make this a two-way conversation. Comment below, let me know what are some of the challenges you have around your value. You can also ask questions about anything to do with entrepreneurship and seizing your passion and career leadership, whatever you want. I mean, around career and leadership development. That's why I'm here every week. And if you get a chance, you can look at all the videos we've done. We've done a whole mess of them on YouTube, as well as seopa.com/stream, and you can actually see all the videos we've done. They're usually between 5-10 minutes long, where we share insights, and thanks for the hearts, love that. And we share insights, and I'm just doing questions and trying to engage you because I want to make myself accessible. I want to help you guys out. I want to be able to, leverage my expertise to answer any questions you have. And you can always, join us every week, or you can actually comment. You can also tweet me, use the hashtag #QforBobbyU, ask me a question. I'm happy to answer a question. I think that's totally fine to, do that. So we're talking about what happens when someone questions your values. The third thing I want to point out in terms of when someone questions not your values, to question your value in terms of the value proposition, the value add you're bringing to the table. So take it as feedback, right? Number three, it's feedback. I mean, try to clarify and understand exactly what they found helpful, what they didn't find helpful, and where the value gap was missing for them. And when you do that, you might actually get a better understanding of how to better address your content, how to better engage people, how to better share your value with your audience in a much more effective way. So, always seek feedback, always seek to, understand what exactly it is. Yeah. Well, that's a good question. Value. I mean, we could talk about our values in terms of, I value balance and I value love. I was talking about, value from a professional standpoint. So, it was more about professional services, pricing, negotiation, the value add in terms of what I'm doing. But yeah, you're right. Having a discussion about what we mean by value, I think it's important. And we all bring value in different ways. I mean, from our expertise, from our hustle, from our connections, from whatever it might be. So yeah, have a discussion with the value, have a question to clarify, where is the value gap between the two of you? Because they may better understand where your value is, and you may better understand how your value can better be expressed. So, so that's my main thoughts I want to share today about value, and I'm glad you guys joined me again. If you have any questions or comments, you can post below. I'm happy to answer questions while I'm on here. I come on here every Thursday at 11:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to just share my thoughts, and then we upload the video to YouTube and to seopa.com/stream. So, value is something that we all struggle with. I mean, when I first started out as a speaker, I didn't know how to price myself. Now, here's my price, and then sometimes people say, "Oh, that's too much." Okay, well, the truth is your value doesn't change whether someone can or cannot afford your price. So once you know your value, everyone will know your value, and they can decide whether they want to pay for your speaking, your coaching, your service, or whatever it might be, or they don't want to, or they want to negotiate. And ultimately, they put it on the table, you then respond, and then you come to agreement where, always come to an agreement where you feel good about it and you feel like it's a win-win, where you get the client and you're helping them out, and you don't feel like you're, robbing yourself of income, and they don't feel like they're robbing themselves of their own money, because people get caught up in their money and their value that they're using. So, hope you found this helpful, and I'll share the repeats on some of the other channels. I'll share a replay of this, and I'll see you guys next week. Let me know if you have any other questions or comments, and you can check us out. Thanks so much and I thank you for your kind comments. All right, see you guys later. Have a great week. Bye.